Ending?
Ramsey Call of the Day podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Troy Story giving me a shout out on the Ramsey YouTube chat. You probably can't see it because my webcam frame is in the way. But he says Steve Channel has instruction and entertainment. So thank you for that, Troy Story. Today is episode 122. And I forgot to bring up the Restream chat app. Did I do? Restream. Did I? Let's see. I wonder where I am. Let's see. Where's that? I wonder if I am streaming anywhere. Oh, I guess I am. All right. I don't think this will work then. Let's see. Test. All right, that's going. Oh, it will work. Okay, great. All right. Okay, I did not put the. Oh, it has the wrong number in it. Today's at 122 because I didn't change the. Yep, did not change the title in the restream.io information. That's what I used to stream both to. Whatever that's called, Twitch and the YouTube. And I got rid of my whoops. We'll do the baby step song later. All right, all kinds of discombobulated today. My channel, all right. So I can use this. Okay. Right. I forgot to. Normally, I bring up that page, that website, restream.io, and my account there, and change the title so that it has the correct number on it, and also has the correct type of stream, the stream title. But I forgot to do that today. Did remember to put the mic in and make sure it was working. All right, what up, Joe? It's going well. Let's see what we want to do while we wait for more people to get into the chat. We want to put in to schedule a free financial coach consultation, not consolation. Assessment. It's https://ramseycoach.com/Coach Steve Money. All right, we are human obs. You are correct. What up, Flash? My email is right there. I always forget it's on. I think it's on that side because it's on that side to me, but then when it's reversed in the mixer software, it's there. So that's where, and that's about anything. Questions about anything at all, CoachDmoney@gmail.com. Just handy links for you kids so you don't have to type out stuff. And donation link is right down there, and it is one day I'm going to have these pre-typed on something so I can just copy and paste them. That'd be great. That'd be a great idea. But I wait a little while for people to get in before I start the content. Anyway, what was I doing? PayPal.me/Coach Steve Money. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, I guess that we waited long enough. We'll go ahead and get started. Let's get it started. Not gonna sing that one. In one of them, either in my pre-show chat today when the mod did not post the page for the Ramsey Show early. He didn't post it before 10 a.m. So when he doesn't do that, I start a live stream on my channel just for chatting. And so either there or in the Ramsey Show chat, myself and other people talked about these two songs. So I'm gonna just do. I'm not gonna do all of both of them, but just a little bit of both of them. Here we go. Let's try it. This is from a little movie called Smokey and the Bandit. Highly recommend. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old Bandit run. Keep your foot hard on the pedal, son, never mind them brakes. Let it all hang out, cause we got a run to make. The boys are thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer in Texarkana, and we'll bring it back no matter what it takes. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old Bandit run. Troy Story, you got peanut butter or something in your ears. I want to know what that woman's got on her mind. This is the one snowman. I am eastbound and down. And I talk about this one. Bought a toothbrush, some toothpaste, a flannel for my face, pajamas, a hairbrush, new shoes and a case. I said to my reflection, let's get out of this place. Past the church and the steeple, the laundry on the hill, billboards and the buildings, memories of it still keep calling and calling. But forget it all, I know I will. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered. What's been going on, and now that you have gone, there's no other. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered. Alrighty, and so that was Eastbound and Down from the movie Smokey and the Bandit, which co-starred Jerry Reed, and he's the one that sings that song. And that movie is about a guy that how would you describe that, Troy Story? It's about a guy that was bet a certain amount of money, or they would pay him a certain amount of money if he would bootleg some alcohol from Texarkana and take it to Atlanta. And I don't know if it still is, but that was bootlegging. And what bootlegging was if you took alcohol south of the Mason-Dixon line. So I don't know if we got over all that Mason-Dixon line stuff yet since the Civil War. Maybe that's not a thing anymore. I don't know. But back then, that movie was made, I believe, in 1976. I think it came out in 77, maybe somewhere around in there. And yeah. And the other song was Tempted by Squeeze. Alrighty, and so of course, now it's time to do the Baby Steps song. Here's the words. You can sing with me. And of course, be happy to have a guest singer for the Baby Steps song sometime. On Friday, I experimented with singing it at 1.25, and that was just way too fast. I also did Friday at 1.25, which was difficult, but I got through it. All right, you guys ready to sing? Listen for the drum taps. 2, 1, 2. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. Step 2, you'll pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every single one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. A full emergency fund of expenses. Stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. A little behind. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, brought to you by Tina Scher, the Queen of Sheba. And here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I am a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach. Also a Ramsey Preferred Financial Coach. And you can schedule a free consultation assessment by going to RamseyCoach.com/Coach Steve Money. Handy link at the top of the chat. You can also reach me on Instagram and Twitter. Add me on the gram at Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, PayPal.me/Coach Steve Money. Also a handy link at the top of the chat there. Yes, I forgot again to cue up the Add Me on the Gram kid. All right, let's go to the chat. Troy Story says, my album, when it comes out, will certainly go aluminum. Nice. Thanks for the IOs, kids. I appreciate it. Let's see. What did I just find there? Okay. And, okay, so there's a movie called Raising Arizona, starring Nicolas Cage. And he gets a job. He's like a ne'er-do-well or whatever, but he gets married and he gets a job. And he gets his paycheck and he says, "Is this it?" to the lady handing out the paychecks. And then she responds with this. Whoops. This is when he just asked her, "Is this it?" And she says,
"Government do take a bite, don't you?"
All right, that's where that comes from. Whoops, that's where that comes from. So just to give you a hint as to where this stuff that I say comes from. Most of it's not mine. I've only made up some of it. Yeah, just giving you what up, AJ. Good to see you, sir. Oh, let's see. You missed Eastbound and Down there, AJ? And Tempted by Squeeze. Right. Today's Ramsey Show hosts on a replay were Dave Ramsey, author of this book, The Total Money Makeover. Changed my life. Highly recommend. $12.99 now. Probably $10 book sale again for unless they have higher expenses and don't want to do that this year. But normally it's a $10 sale when it gets closer to the holidays. His co-host was his daughter, Rachel Cruz, author of Know Yourself, Know Your Money. And when she was first coming out with that book, my joke at the time was the baby step 2 version of that was the N-O yourself, N-O your money. No, get it? No, as the opposite of yes. Okay. All right. Oh, AJ did hear. Cool. Am I using Firefox? No, I'm using the Chrome. What makes you think I'm using Firefox? It doesn't look like Firefox, does it? Troy Story says better late than never. That much is, that's right, N-O. You got it, Troy Story. All right, let's see. Did I have something else I wanted to do before? No, I didn't. So it's time for Market Report. And we're up today I couldn't find any discernible reasons. Let's see what this says. As Apple stock pops, okay, but that's not a reason. Let's just look at it. Let's just look at this and see if it offers any particular possible reason. I mean, the market does what she wants, just like the government. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer moved to break the debt ceiling gridlock. Okay, so maybe he's offering more concessions to the Republicans to go ahead and agree to up that debt ceiling, maybe, but that doesn't mean anything that he's trying to do that. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. But traders do what they want. And as we always say, if they think something's going to happen, they make moves to make it happen. The stuff that they do makes it happen. If they think it's going to go down, they sell, and therefore that makes it go down. Let's see. Turnaround Tuesday might not lead to substantial rally. As Evergrande, uncertainty remains. Evergrande is that big real estate company in the China. Got a story about that coming up. DC drama lasts a couple more weeks. That's all right. The date, the debt ceiling would have to be raised would be October 18th. Gunning to hold a debt ceiling vote by Wednesday. So, I mean, that means nothing. So, none of it is... Yeah, he just wrote a letter, said, let me get clear about the task ahead of us. We must get a bill to the president's desk dealing with the debt limit by the end of the week. All this is stuff we already knew, so this is, this is like no reason. So, everything that they were worried about yesterday remains the same today. So, anyway, sometimes you can't understand it. It's a fool's errand to try to understand it, and I am just the kind of fool to look for explanations. The leader was the NASDAQ leader in the clubhouse. And let's look at that one. And this is just today's trading, so you can see it closed yesterday way down there and opened up here, and then it went kind of way up, and did that kind of thing, and then a lot of times at the end of the day, in the last 45 minutes or so, it'll take a like a, I don't know, is that a 45? What is that? Like almost a 45-degree angle down or up. Sometimes it goes up in the last, and when it goes up, I like to call it, since that starts about the same time as the right before the video starts, and it used to be 2 hours into the video when a video was live of the Ramsey Show, it would I would call that the Ramsey Effect when it would go up. But that doesn't have it. The mod told me one day, yeah, it really has nothing to do with it. Of course it didn't. It's just the kind of stuff I say. Let's see. Let's check on the chat, shall we? I did not. I have 2 monitors. I need 3. I need 3 there, Troy Story. Facebook did come back online. Oh, and Facebook just being back online is gonna SEEC. Oh, Facebook gained, yeah. Troy Story referencing the $10 to make it happen thing. Like I said, I do have the right now I have the chat and the page that you're looking at on the same monitor. I have the chat in a small window that I pull up and minimize as I need to see the picture, and on the other one I have the you know what? I don't need the notes up at all times, so you know what I could do? I'll slide the chat right here, and so now I can see it the whole time. How about that? Only need 2 monitors, maybe. We'll see. Let's see. Why the sell-off at the end of the day? Yeah, we don't know why they did that either, because none of the situation has changed all day. Yeah, I was talking about getting 3 monitors maybe, so that's if I do go more off of the notes. But in recent, like I'd say for the past month or 2 maybe, after shows, I basically just go out, I put all the tabs up and I just go off of those. And I only go back to the notes when I like have reads to do. That's industry terms. But yeah, so that's the Nasdaq there, and let's look at the S&P. Kind of basically did the same thing. Basically, it was way up here, and then didn't go down that much. That's only, what was it? That's only $20 down. So yeah, what do we got? Let's see, chat. Monitors are cheap, Steve. Yeah, no, we have an extra one here that I could hook up, but I don't think I need it. Oh, yeah, moderators and monitors, two different words there, Ops. I was with her Utah in mountains. It's not just Utah. A lot of people do the mountain stuff. Sid has a spooky joke. This will be fun. While she's typing that out, let's go to. Let's look at the most followed, and the highest looks like Facebook wins. 2.06 and Microsoft at 2% up today. And Windows 11 is out now, so that may have something to do with that. What ghost is the best dancer? I can't think. Oh, the boogeyman. Nice. I'm your boogeyman. Turn me on. That's Casey and the Sunshine Band. Let's see. This from Investor Business Daily. Dow Jones rallies as Apple stock pops. Schumer makes that move. Oh, did we already? Oh, this is what we just looked at when we were trying to see what the what happened. What happened there? Why Facebook and Instagram went down for hours on Monday. Field reporter Sydney sent me an article about this as well, but I couldn't read that one because of my ad blocker. #adblock plus. So let's see why it went down. The network said an update to Facebook routers that coordinate network traffic went wrong, sending a wave of disruptions rippling through the systems. As a result, all things Facebook were effectively shut down worldwide. The problem was made worse and the solution more elusive because the outage also whacked Facebook's own internal systems and tools that it relies on for daily operations. Employees also reportedly faced difficulty in physically reaching the space where the routers are housed. You don't want to, I don't know about you, Troy Story, but I generally don't put like obstacles in front of where the routers are. Do you do that in your business there, Troy Story? Yeah. Sid's theory is that they were changing their algorithms and stuff so that they did not lie under oath today when they said they changed their algorithms and stuff. They didn't say when, they say recently. So that's the deal on that. Outage struck around 11:40 a.m. At about 6:30 p.m., the company announced that it resolved the problem and was bringing services back online. That, you know, though they couldn't physically reach where the routers were, that seems like that's a made up answer to me. But anyway, who knows what the truth is? We don't know. Troy Story says sounds fishy. Troy Story says, LOL, nope, as far as putting obstacles between him and the routers. Yeah, not a good idea to do that. This one from the Wall Street Journal, which we can read only a little bit of because you have to subscribe. Banks rushed to work with the Apple Pay mobile wallet when it debuted in 2014. They have some regrets. When Apple Pay launched, the tech giants got big banks, including JP Morgan Chase and Company, Capital One Financial Corp, and Bank of America Corp, Dave's favorite, sarcastically, to agree to pay fees that would allow their cardholders to pay by iPhone. But some banks have grown unhappy with the cost, especially after Apple Inc. introduced its own new credit card in 2019, according to people people familiar with the matter. Maybe I could read the whole thing. If it went on, just because it gets later, I could still see that apparently. Unless they could not find a key. Yeah. Not able to find the key, or someone lost the key, sounds worse than they can physically reach them. Someone put boxes in front of the router so the wires stop working, Sid says. Yep. Sid picked up her sunglasses, but she decays if she likes them. This from Yahoo News. Government secretly orders Google to track anyone searching certain names, addresses, and phone numbers. And, how do you know that? It's from the Washington Examiner. So I don't know if Yahoo News has a deal with them or what, but this says Washington Examiner on it. And Nihal Krishan wrote this article. The government is reportedly, secretly. I don't know if you're supposed to use two LYs together, but all right. Reportedly secretly issuing warrants for Google to provide user data on anyone typing in certain search terms, raising fears that innocent online users could get caught up in serious crime investigations at a greater frequency than previously thought. In an attempt to crack down criminals, federal investigators have started using new keyword warrants and use them to ask Google to provide them information on anyone who searched a victim's name or their address during a particular year, or an accidentally unsealed court document that Forbes found shows. What's Forbes doing looking at accidentally unsealed court documents? That's interesting. Things just keep getting weirder. All right. That is a newsletter from Thermal Take. You need to unsubscribe from that. I don't even know how I got subscribed to that. Google has to respond to thousands of warrant orders each year, but the keyword warrants are a relatively new strategy used by the government and are controversial. Okay, well, I mean, that's, if Forbes, they got no reason to lie. So I guess if Forbes saw it, I don't know how they would see accidentally unsealed court documents, though. Weird. Government said the scope of the warrants, apparently government is acknowledging it by giving this information. Said the scope of the warrants is limited to avoid implicating innocent people who happen to search for certain terms, but it's not publicly disclosed how many users' data are sent to the government and what the extent of the warrant requests are. Yeah, the scope of the warrant is limited to avoid implicating innocent people. Okay, so if I hear about something and if there's a murder and I Google it, I didn't do the murder. So what's that to differentiate me from the murderer searching for it? Unless they also Googled whatever weapon they used, whatever car they used, etc., etc. So let's see. So it has 2 Yahoo email accounts. Yahoo. Who uses Yahoo anymore? That's a good point. That's a good point. I think it was Yahoo. Google wanted to buy Yahoo for a ton of money. And they said, oh no, we're players. And then, like, years later, I think AOL bought them, maybe. Or some other company bought them. Verizon, maybe. I can't remember. Too many companies. But anyway, bought Yahoo for way less than Google originally offered. Troy, have you seen Social Dilemma? I've not seen that. I've not seen The Social Network either, speaking of Facebook. Troy has an account with them, meaning AOL. Yeah, I do too. I just used it the other day, as a matter of fact. Or today, rather, because I had to check an email because I still have PayPal going to that for some reason. And I tried to get ahead of the game and order some Baby Yoda Christmas ornaments from JCPenney. And first they sent an email saying that there's been a delay in your order. And then later they sent a email saying your order was canceled due to the item not being available. So apparently it's never too early to order your Baby Yodas. Alright, so I don't think we need to give them the click here. I think that's all we need from this. What else do we got? This is fun here. I'm glad you guys mentioned the third monitor again, because that made me think, how can I do this at the same time? And then I realized I didn't have to see my notes all the time again. All right, so this from the New York Times. Probably can't see all of it, can we? Oh, we can. What do you know about that? It's the end of a gilded age. China is bringing business to heel. Executives sit in jail. Tech companies are being reined in, and the biggest developer is teetering. It's the beginning of a new era for China's economy. That biggest developer, I believe they're talking about real estate developer, which is that Evergrande. Success in business no longer guarantees safety. Chinese tech companies reeling from regulation. Nervous creditors are hoping for a bailout for China's largest developer. Now that would be interesting if China does a bailout. I wonder if they've ever done any bailout for anything over there. Growing numbers of executives are going to jail. An entire industry is shutting down. And not in this article, or at least not yet. As we know, they have completely outlawed cryptocurrency. So yeah, Mr. Z. Under Mr. Z. Sorry if that's pronounced incorrectly, sir. China is reshaping how business works and limiting executives' power. Long in coming, but rapid in execution. The policies are driven by desire for state control and self-reliance, as well as concerns about debt, inequality, and influence by foreign countries, including the United States of America. Emboldened by swelling nationalism and his success with COVID-19. They had success with COVID-19. China's business world, remaking China's business world in its own image. All right. The goal is to fix structural problems like excess debt and inequality and generate more balanced growth. All right. That's we talked about Evergrande, in which they like the United States issue currently now with the debt ceiling. They have to. They borrowed. They actually already did. They borrowed money to pay interest on another loan, which that doesn't. I don't know that works well. I mean, it you get away with it longer if you're a whole country, but for like just an individual company trying to do that, that is not sustainable. Let's see. JCPenney was in my ad there. Of course it was. Troy Story. Of course it was. I didn't notice it. There was an ad? Where was an ad? Oh, not on this? Oh, in Yahoo maybe? Oh, yep, there it is right there. There we go. How about that? And that's an ad that, I mean, they're getting sneaky with it so that it gets around ad blockers so that it does show these. Previously on ad blocker, I wouldn't see any of this kind of side stuff. All right. I'm about to load that and get a little, Sid said so much loan cycling. Troy Story says China owns all the companies anyway. Everyone there is a government worker. That's a good point, sir. Sid says less people died there during the pandy than here, so they look good by proxy. Sid's coworker has $4K left in her car, and she's trying to finance a new one. Bad. Intervene, Sid. Don't let her. I don't know if you've been there long enough or if you know her well enough to say, hey. She won't listen to the thing and say, alrighty. Well, that happens. This one submitted by field reporter Sydney, but I had already had it on my tabs already because I found it. And it's the definitive, well, it's not really definitive guide to buying your first home, but the title is, even with low interest rates, mortgage payments are increasingly unaffordable. And, well, sure. Because of the high price of the, even with the low interest rate, high prices of the houses. And I'm catching myself. I said houses that time instead of houses. I have said houses like with a Z for so long. Median income household would need to spend 32.6% of its yearly income on a median price home, and that is above the 25% recommended of net even. So this 32.6 probably on gross. That they have for this article. Median existing home price reached a record level in June. 3-month average rose above $340,000, a 23.8% increase from June 2020. So, big affordability issue. Families paying more than 30% of their monthly income for housing or considered cost burdened, or as we call it, house poor. They may have trouble being able to pay for adequate food, medical care, and other necessities because much of their income is going toward housing. And also, regardless of that, then you have less money available to address baby steps 4, 5, and 6. So that's house poor. Sid is over 2 years, but she wants a car that's at least a 2019, probably a Jeep. Wants to give her old car to her mom. Yeah. Troy Story says some people do not want to act their wage with the home prices. That much is certain. But I live in California. I have to spend more. Issue is particularly acute for first-time homebuyers who typically have less capital than other buyers. In a separate report, Zillow found that it now takes them a year longer to save for a 20% down payment than it did just 5 years ago. That's probably about it here, unless Sid knows something else about it. But last time I asked her something about the article she submitted, she said she didn't read it, which I can't really fault her for that because I rarely read them as well. So I think that's it there. That's Mike Tyson over there. And he's saying, think again about testosterone being the answer. I don't know what the question is, though. Oh, let's see what's trending, just why this is up here in my face. Here's why authoritative parenting is the best style for raising successful kids, says psychologist. There you go. And that's why you make your kid have bills, like the Queen of Sheba does. The 10 fastest growing jobs of the next decade that don't require a bachelor's degree. They want me to click on that. Not gonna. Students miss out on billions in college aid due to these 4 common FAFSA misconceptions. That one's got me more interested, but I'm still not going to click it. 34-year-old millionaire says, hey, if you make $70,000, you could retire in 10 years. Here's how. First you get $10, and then you double it, and then you double it, and then you double it, and double it, double it, double it. And there you go. Even with low interest rates, mortgage payments are increasing. Oh, we got that one already. All right, fine. I'm clicking on this one. They got me. You got me, CNBC. You got me, dog. Here's how to do this, according to this article, which 10 years seems, if you have nothing, like if you have nothing saved already in retirement. Let's see, 2010, this gentleman had just moved back in with his parents after bouncing from job to job and then getting laid off in the midst of the recession with less than $5 to his name. He didn't even have the $10, Troy Story. He didn't even have the $10 here. He's got with less than $5 to his name and only 3 months to find his own place. The parents, I guess, put the hammer down on that. They're like, this ain't gonna be no permanent deal, Grant. He knew he needed to get his finances back on track. Let's see what he did, shall we? His wake-up call came on the morning of August 24th when he wanted a Chipotle burrito for lunch. His I had it moment was the Chipotle burrito. He only had $2.26 in his bank account, not even enough to buy a side of guac. Says the millennial money founder and author of Financial Freedom, a proven path to all the money you will ever need. So this is an ad disguised as a story, maybe. Anyway, he set a goal for himself on the spot: earn $1 million and retire as early as possible. He began doing anything he could to make money, from flipping domain names to buying and selling Volkswagen campers. I had 13 different income streams at one point. Well, that's a go-getter, isn't he? Boosted his income to more than $300,000 per year. He also managed to save around 80% of what he brought in, which he invested in the market. Only 5 years, 3 months, and 6 days later, Sabatier reached his goal with more than $1.2 million saved. That was in 2015, and that was 5 years after he moved back in with his parents after bouncing from job to job. The important thing here is to realize that saving is not a sacrifice, it's an opportunity. All right. Although his story sounds extreme, he now believes that nearly anyone who earns more than a certain amount can follow in his footsteps. I think a vast majority of Americans can retire in 10 years or less if they're making at least $70,000 per year. Of course, that would depend on their expenses. To make that happen, you have to be willing and able to consistently save 50 to 70% of your income. And that may require a major overhaul of your lifestyle. But you don't have to make yourself miserable. It all comes down to your attitude going into the sitch. The important thing here is to realize that saving is not a sacrifice. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. I gotta find out how the British say that. Do they pronounce the first T? Opportunity? Opportunity? I don't know. Or ask Obbs. Obbs, you still here? How do you say opportunity? Did you leave out the T? Obbs is heading out. The guy in this article is teaching you how to do it, Troy Story. You're going to have to live a little bit differently than most people. That sounds familiar. Live like no one else. So later you can live like no one else. How can I live on $30,000 or $35,000 per year? Well, maybe it'll say like how much his housing was during that time. Maybe cut your housing expenses. Oh, so it's got a step-by-step plan here. Cut your housing expenses. If you can cut your housing expense from $2,000 down to $600 or $700, oh my goodness gracious me! Somebody put all of the sudden in here. Joy, if you see this, you're vindicated now. Look at this. It's in a CNBC article. Oh, I see. They're quoting him, so they could get out of it by saying that's not us. That's the dude said that. All of the sudden. So if you take your I got distracted. So if you cut your housing expense from $2,000 to $600 or $700, all of a sudden you've maybe taken 15. There's all kinds of problems with this sentence from my boy. Although maybe the typist left it out or the article writer left it out. Well, maybe because if it says you have 10 or 15 years off the time that it will take you to retire. All right. Well, I can't get an apartment with a washer and dryer in it for $700. So that's extreme there. And he does not say what he paid in rent and what his situation was. Or if he talked his parents into letting him stay longer. Because if he talked to me, maybe he said, if you let me stay longer, I can be out of your hair in 2 years and you won't ever hear from me again, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, start a side hustle because you can only cut your expenses so much, but the amount you're able to earn is limitless. Limitless. Go out and just try to make a little extra money. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go out and make an extra $10K or more per month. But every $1,000 you make and invest instead, that's going to cut literal months off the time that it will take you to retire. He notes that it's also important to invest your extra income. By putting your cash to work, those earnings are able to grow rather than sit in a regular savings account where it can actually lose value in the long term. And that's going to be inflation attacking that. That's how it would lose value. Number 3 is stick with it. If you want to retire early, most important thing is to keep yourself motivated. You got to do that with the baby steps too. You got to stick with it. And don't get discouraged if you realize along the way that 10 years isn't a reasonable goal for your lifestyle. Even if it takes you 12 years or 15 years, you've still retired early. All right. Well, that's pretty cool for my boy there. He taught you how to do it, Troy Story. All right. Troy Story says that if this was a single dude, he could roommate with others and cut his expenses. Maybe that's what he did. True. They just give some of the details, right? Yeah, maybe his book says the whole thing. I don't know. So the This Dude's just repackaged Dave's book. Yeah, it's possible there's a lot of stuff from there. Possible. It also didn't say he may have started without any debt because it doesn't mention debt. Maybe they left that out. Okay, now I need the notes, but I can see them here at the same time because my notes aren't taking up the whole. I have the window. Oh, I forgot to explain to that one person in the Ramsey Show chat. She had never heard of maximize. When I said people are watching it, maximize, when she asked for why there aren't there more thumbs up, and I said, people maximize the window. Or I didn't say maximize the window. I think I said maximize it, and so I meant to explain it to her. I forgot. I get so distracted. I don't know if you guys noticed that about me. I get distracted. All right. So upcoming streams. Once again, certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, Ramsey preferred financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment at ramseycoach.com/Coach Steve Money. There is a handy link at the top of the chat. You can reach me on Instagram and Twitter, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. Donations are paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Upcoming streams, we have every weekday, we have the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, which is this show. And that's weekdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right after the Ramsey Show YouTube video ends, even if it's a replay like it was today. And as I said before, like I did today, I will usually start a live stream just for chatting if the Ramsey Show mod has not posted that day's show by 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And one time it turned into, when I had a lot of free time here, that turned into a karaoke stream instead. Normally it just has a black screen on there and we just chat in there. Madden rematch with Bella's boyfriend Justin at some point. Bella's my daughter. And he kicked my butt last time, and so I want to rematch with him. It's just a matter of scheduling it. Same deal with Bella and I, resuming father-daughter video gaming. We did start a new game called Trine. It's an old game, but she had never played it before. And I can't remember if I played it all the way to the end or not. But we are playing that. That is a co-op game. And that has 3 sequels, so we could eventually play all of them. And that, I do not know what day. We were supposed to do that on Sunday, but she was able to schedule a esthetician appointment for somebody's eyelashes for their wedding, I think. So, making bags. Bags is more important than video gaming. Yeah, and so I'm going to be doing... I almost did a stream last night. I need to do other streams. I've been lax on the streams. Sincerely lax on them. So maybe tonight. Either a tech support, a Ramsey coach support, or I'll play more of the video game Lost in Random, which is a new game. It came out 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I will try that. And those are, as you can see, my different, what do they call it? Playlists. They're on here. There is Bella, the last 2 in the video gaming playlist are Bella and I playing, there she is right there. That's me. Playing Trine, the Enchanted Edition, and new game. The new game is called Lost in Random, and I am playing that. That's a single-player game. Otherwise, I would save it to play with Bella. Charlie Story says mod getting slack. I don't know. I don't know if it's just because if they knew it was going to be replay, or if sometimes there's a last minute thing where I know that's happened before where like at the later in the day, like it was even afternoon Eastern time already when they decided to go from a live to a replay. Let's see. So did I finish all of my? Yeah. Oh, and the rest of them, in the miscellaneous, most of the Ramsey pre-show chat, are just, I think maybe the 9/17 one. Or was it the 9? Oh, I think it was this one, the 9/8/21. That one that's 2 hours. I think that's the one where I karaoke a lot of songs. And that's where I put the pre-show chat. And I did this one, how to change water heater temperature. And the old man that I am, I filmed it in portrait mode instead of landscape. That's my bad. Computer, I do computer repair as one of my jobs, and I do different things. This was about a laptop that was broken. This is the tech support one that I was talking about, where I go to the Reddit tech support subreddit. It's reddit.com/r/tech support. And I go there and I try to figure out what's going on with people's computer problems that they post in there. And the music playlist is 2 songs by Throwcat. And of course the Dave Ramsey Baby Step Song temporary lyric video I'm going to make. I need to record it. I need to do a good audio recording of it first of all, and then make a better lyric video for it. Oh, kind of like the karaoke videos. Something like that is what I'm going to try to do. All right. Troy Story says, see you in the morning, Steve. That means he's cutting out. That means I must be rambling too much. So I guess it's time for the Ohio. Fact of the day. And this is about Buffalo Wild Wings. Though the place has Buffalo right in the name, Buffalo Wild Wings began many miles from upstate New York. Founders Jim Disbrow and Scott Lowry opened the first one in Columbus, Ohio, hoping to introduce some authentic Buffalo-style wings to the area after they fell in love with the stuff back east. Luckily, the kids next door at the Ohio State University were pretty into it. And also, the BW3's nickname isn't just nonsense. The place is often affectionately called BW3's, but most fans don't know why. The original, like I didn't, the original joint was called Buffalo Wild Wings and Weck. Weck being, W-E-C-K, Weck being a sandwich popular in New York consisting of roast beef on an, how do you say, au jus soak? Is that how you say that? Au jus soak. Weck roll, either to avoid people filling up on bread or because nobody outside of Western New York knows what the F beef on Weck is. The third W was dropped, but the abbreviated nickname BW3 stuck for some reason. Okay, so there you go. 154 views, still getting views. Yeah, that's right. What was it? It was I think at 127 yesterday. So that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. I mean, I'm not making the kind of bank that Sleeper Dude is. I'll probably check out that channel to see how many subscribers he has and stuff. But yeah, Sleeper Dude with his car restoring, making the 50,000 on the YouTube. A little bit jealous, I must say, a little bit jealous. Let's go ahead. Some people like the Steve Google stuff. YouTube.com. Sleeper Dude. Sleeper Dude 2. Interesting. Get cars running again. All right. He has 28.5K subscribers. Like, that's not crazy. That's not crazy, but like of that 28.5, they are probably ardent watchers of all his stuff. That's pretty cool. And he makes that much on it. How long are his videos? Let's see. Oh, that's just an update one. Let's see. 30 minutes. A video, pretty cool. And he's got a bunch of shorts too. I need to do some of these too, because the kids love the ADHD stuff where they can be in and out. That's what she said. And in just a short amount of time, they don't have to devote a lot of time to it. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And that's Sleeper Dude. And we know about this because he called the Ramsey Show in today's replay. So he previously called him. And he probably got a bump up from that. And so he already pre-bumped from that. From being mentioned on the Ramsey Show originally, whenever that aired. Like maybe within the past 6 months that show was. Since they started calling it the Ramsey Show, definitely. So in the past 8 months, he was already making 50K a month. I mean 50K a year on it. So that's cool. That's cool. That gives me hope. They can get some money. Like right now, I'd take $10 a month if I can get it. All right. So that's that. Troy Story stuck around even after giving me the see you in the morning. I appreciate that, sir. People, everybody. I have 76 subscribers. That's slightly less than Sleeper Dude has. So like and subscribe and click the notification bell. That way you'll know whenever I'm doing any type of stream, and you can see if you're interested in that. I haven't mentioned in a while. Actually, I think I did last week, but my good pal Chris Peterson, right? Is that wait? You know, I'm messing up his name. You know what? I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. Let's see here. I have it in the... Christopher Pittman. Gosh. Sorry about that, Chris. Christopher Pittman designed all my banner and logos here, so you like the looks of those. As you can see, this banner here. That banner right there. The watermark right there. The... this one right here that has the S turned into a $sign right there. Christopher Pittman did all of that, and so if you need logo, I mean he can do shirts, he can do any kind of stuff like that, and he has taken a different full-time job now, and so he is apparently unable to join us a lot or at all in the. I think he came in one time. Last week or 2 weeks ago, something like that, into the Ramsey Show chat. But you can get him at designedbypittman at gmail.com. And like I said, he can do shirts. He can do like any kind of branding you need. Again, this stuff is all his creation there. And so much appreciated for that. And I will endeavor to remember to mention him more. And remember his name, too. Sorry about that, CP. I knew it was CP. I knew it was Chris, but I didn't remember. I don't know. I was thinking Peterson. There's a Chris Peterson that's famous, though, I think. All right. Well, that's enough babbling. Troy Story trying to go anyway, so... Let's end it now with make smart financial decisions every day. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your support. Appreciate it.